What's up everybody, and welcome back to more Portal 2. In the last video, we finished, I guess, the second tier, or whatever you want to call it, of the retro Aperture science area. And now we've stumbled across a new area that was built a few years later, in 1981, at least according to this. That began with a pump station where we discovered a third type of gel, this white stuff over here. Most people call this conversion gel because, as we discovered in the last video, it allows us to put portals wherever it is sprayed. Well, for now, our immediate concern is to get across over there, and we've got a catwalk that leads to another one of those circular elevator platforms, which is in itself connected to this building. Let's see if we can just take a closer look at that. Well, from here, it would seem like the only way into that building is via those stairs. I mean, this catwalk up here doesn't really seem to serve any purpose at all. Other than maybe to give us a better view. I mean, we got another one of these vitrified door things here, but Cave Johnson isn't giving any witty commentary. Alright, well, I guess we'll head back over there. One thing that is worth noting, though, is that we've got another angled platform here. And remember what I said at the very beginning of the game about these. Usually when there's an angled platform, that means fleeing. Which, in this case, seems to fit what we need to do. The place we need to reach is directly right in front of us, and we need to gain enough momentum so that we can shoot out of here, and by the time gravity takes its course, we'll have landed on those stairs. But how are we going to shoot out, though? I mean, there's no portal surface beneath us where we entered the pump station. Well, remember in the last video, we established that the orange gel allows you to gain momentum, and since momentum is conserved through portals, as long as we're running at a fast speed, we can pretty much accomplish the same thing without having to worry about falling down. So let's just get across this. Bam! There we go. Alright, well, we've entered 1981 Aperture Science.
Welcome to the Enrichment Center.
That doesn't sound good.
Since making test participation mandatory for all employees, the quality of our test subjects has risen dramatically. Employee retention, however, has not. As a result, you may have heard we're going to phase out human testing. There's still a few things left to wrap up, though. The bean counters told me we literally could not afford to buy $7 worth of moon rocks, much less 70 million. Bought them anyway. Ground them up, mixed them into a gel. And guess what? Ground up moon rocks are pure poison. I am deathly ill. Still, it turns out they're a great portal conductor. So now, we're going to see if jumping in and out of these new portals can somehow leach the lunar poison out of a man's bloodstream. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Let's all stay positive and do some science. That said, I would really appreciate it if you could test as fast as possible. Carolyn, please bring me more pain.
Oop, I don't know what happened at the end there. But anyway, yeah, Cave Johnson certainly seems to have seen better days. So, several things to note here. They've bought a lot of moon rocks, and it seems like that's what this white gel is made out of. Interesting. Yeah. He definitely doesn't look as healthy as he used to. It's kind of sad. And he also mentioned that they're phasing out human testing with all these posters around here that talk about robots. My new boss is a robot. I think we saw that one earlier. Nothing in here, just a closet. Aperture Science, let's work together. So the question is, if they were phasing out human testing, then why were we being tested by GLaDOS? How did that happen? Warning, please do not test if you are allergic to lunar sediment and or starch. You have fulfilled your monthly test self-election quota. You are confident enough in your work performance to unvolunteer from the test self-election process. That's the other thing. Aperture Science went from using astronauts and war heroes and Olympians to using homeless people, and now they're using their own employees to test. It's really quite sad just seeing the decline of Aperture Science. I mean, it seems like they're really good at creating good products, like, you know, repulsion gel, the portal gun especially, you know, all this stuff that we see around here. But it seems like whenever they test the products out, they continually test them and then they introduce new products into the tests, which kind of muddies the waters a bit, and it just pretty much introduces an endless cycle of testing and testing and more testing. One thing I do like about this part of the game is that we really do see the evolution of their design style. I mean, the test chambers kind of look all similar, but the offices definitely evolved throughout the various decades, which is pretty neat. Well, whatever this sphere is, it certainly doesn't seem to have much portal surface. But since this is continually dispensing globs of white gel, I think we can fix that. Let's just leave that blue portal there, and let's just start spraying everywhere. I gotta admit, this is pretty fun. There's just something really satisfying about this. I don't know what it is, but it just is. And you know what? I'm just gonna get soaked in it. I don't care. So let's take a look at what we need to do. Somehow the numbers there aren't getting covered up. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to assume that this test chamber, or at least, or this sphere rather, was not part of the original collection of spheres, or at least if it was, it's gotten revamped. Because this gel, as Cave mentioned, is completely new to Aperture Science. Whereas we really don't know when the orange gel was introduced. It could have been part of the original set of tests. Okay. The exit's up there. We don't really have any solid portal surfaces here to place a portal on. We do have some here, but we can't really get up to that grating area up there via this. There's also no portal surface up here where this tower is. So, that leaves this platform. Now, I gotta admit, when I first played the game, I'm not gonna lie, I thought the solution was to fling out of this platform, which doesn't carry you all the way up there, of course, but I thought maybe if you continually flung more and more and more, you'll eventually build up enough momentum and enough arc to get up there. Yeah, that is ridiculously difficult, and I spent like a few hours trying to pull that off. Whereas the real solution was actually right in front of me the whole time. See these towers up here? Well, the trick is that all you need to do is just build enough momentum to get here. So as long as you can just get up there to that catwalk up there, you can just drop right off. And the way to do that is just to get gel on these two towers here. That's pretty much all you need to do. The only other reason why you might want to spray a bunch of white gel around here is just because there's an achievement for doing so. But other than that, all you need to really worry about is this. I guess you could call it gel wall jumping. Yeah, this is pretty much all you need to do. Let's just make sure we got some there on the little platform. That may not exactly be the optimal. Let's see here. Okay, that's good. Alright, so I think we're pretty much set. Yeah, there's a portal surface there, so yeah, let's just go ahead and create a blue portal here and stop the flow. And there is a drop-off point here, so that definitely helps. Unfortunately, that was not a very good momentum build-up. Let's try that again. maybe if I go over here, that might work better. Ah, that did not work. Okay. Yeah, I really should have sprayed this more thoroughly. I mean, this area right here is really the optimal spot. I really don't want to go back there and do all that again, though, but let's just try one more time. If I don't get it this time, I'll go back and spray more gel. Hey, at the very least, I'm not taking nearly the amount of time I took to solve this originally. Okay, we can just drop off right here. This should work. There we go.
Alright, I've been thinking. When life gives you lemons,
Whoa.
don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad!
Yeah.
Your damn lemons? What am I supposed to do with these?
Yeah, take the lemons.
Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemon.
Oh, I like this
I'm gonna
guy.
get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
Finding people. He said what we're all thinking.
Point is, if we can store music on a compact disc, why can't we store a man's intelligence and personality on one? So I have the engineers figuring that out now. Brain mapping, artificial intelligence. We should have been working on it 30 years ago. I will say this, and I'm gonna say it on tape so everybody hears it 100 times a day. If I die before you people can pour me into a computer, I want Carolyn to run this place. Now she'll argue. She'll say she can't. She's modest like that, but you make her. Hell, put her in my computer. I don't care. All right, test over. You can head on back to your desk.
Goodbye, sir.
So, it seems like we've discovered the origins of GLaDOS. Cave Johnson's assistant Carolyn was the basis for her, and if you were listening really carefully earlier, not just to when GLaDOS responded to what Carolyn and Cave said, but just when Carolyn was talking in general, they are voiced by the same voice actor, which is pretty cool. And it seems like that was the only test that we need to go through, so that is nice. But now we've found what looks to be the elevator shaft. And judging from the large amount of portal surfaces here, it seems like we can use this to get back up. So let's get to work. Well, now that we know that Carolyn is GLaDOS, or at least the basis for GLaDOS that was uploaded to make GLaDOS an actual living entity, if you want to call her that, it does seem like this confirms what we suspected earlier, and that is that the body that GLaDOS and Wheatley have inhabited corrupts them in some way. Because, I mean, I refuse to believe that Wheatley planned out every little bit of this whole scheme, because it sure didn't seem like that, you know. At least he didn't seem smart enough to pull that off. And GLaDOS, you know, Carolyn seems like a mild-mannered assistant, you know, who was genuinely interested in helping out Cave Johnson. There have been some theories about the nature of Cave's and Carolyn's relationship. One of them is that they were married and that Chell is their child, which is an interesting theory to say the least. It kind of sheds a new light on the whole bring your daughter to work day stuff that we saw earlier. Plus, it makes the relationship between GLaDOS and Chell a little bit more interesting. You can choose to believe it or not. I mean, there isn't really any official word on it, but it's kind of heavily implied, you know, based on what we've been seeing around here. So, it looks like we can't go up any further, but we've got a portal surface down there, and we've got a hole here, so let's use that to create some momentum and give us some space to look around in. Ooh, I missed it. Okay, let's just wait again. Alright, I think we made it. I think you can get past this without even having to shoot a portal there. Like, I think you can, like, climb up on this and do some stuff. Like, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a way you can pull this off. Anyway, let's move on. But yeah, it seems like we have discovered pretty much all we need to know about Aperture's past. It is kind of sad, though, because, like I said, they've come up with such amazing products. I mean, they could have easily beaten Black Mesa if they tested and marketed things better. I mean, whoever is in charge of their marketing department is really lacking, I gotta say. But, the creation of GLaDOS...
We are going to march right back upstairs and make him put me back in my body. And he'll probably kill us because he's incredibly powerful and I have no plan. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. The odds are 1,000,000 to 1, and that's with some generous rounding. Still, though, let's get mad. If we're going to explode, let's at least explode with some dignity.
If you say so. But yeah, as I was saying, the creation, I keep saying those two words like at the same time, because I keep thinking of them at the same time. The creation of GLaDOS is pretty much the explanation we needed for why human testing never truly got phased out. It seems like they never really quite went through the plan before GLaDOS was built and everything. Well, there's another level up there, and we've got this angled platform, so you know the drill. And we landed right on this slanted platform here. That's kind of a little familiar, isn't it? Let's try this. There's convenient gel right here that happens to be dripping. Okay, let's get the blue downstairs. And bounce up here. Alright. Whatever this place is, it doesn't appear to be a test chamber, but it sure seems to function like one. So we need to get up top to this level in order to reach that gel area. We can see some conversion gel awaiting us. And there's a catwalk that's connected to this platform on this level. There's also an additional level way up over there, which we'll have to worry about later. But for now, let's worry about getting up to this next level. Somebody was kind enough to draw a handicap sign and caution. Okay. So how are we going to pull that off? Well, we got another portal surface here. Whoever this was also kind enough to remove all these tiles to make this possible. And since this is open, we might be able to see portal surfaces in there. Let's see. We'll have to drop down here to make it work. Yep, there's one right here. Okay, so we're up here now. There's some kind of tank thing there, another tank-like thing there. So we need to reach that area, but how are we going to pull that off? Whatever we do out here, we're going to have to erase because there's an emancipation grill. But we've got all 3 gels at our disposal. Would you look at that? Strangely enough, though, there's only like a little tiny bit of blue dripping, whereas orange and especially whites are dripping even more. Okay, well, let's see what we need to do here. We can get up top using this platform here. This extends over here, and there's also an angled platform right there that we saw on the way up here. There's also a portal surface positioned directly above that angled platform. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to spread this in conversion gel, like that. But we need to create momentum to really make that worthwhile, don't we? So let's build up some orange gel. Why don't we do that? Oh wait, whoops. Okay, let's build up some orange gel now. Okay, it doesn't quite go all the way to this white gel block, but we've got blue gel here which can bounce us right through. So let's test this out. Awesome, we have another blue gel spot here. Well, that's cool and all, but all we can do is just reach over here. We can't get up that way. Or at least over to that other side. How are we going to pull that off? Well, if we can have blue gel here, that would be great. But how are we going to get any blue gel here? Well, in order to spray blue gel here, we would need to create a portal surface above this. And in order to create a portal surface above this, then we're going to need to get white gel in here. So let's do that. Let's get some white gel. Let's erase all this first. Is there... I'll just put the portals here for now. Wait, neither of them is connected to gel, so that's fine. Thankfully we can just shoot right through there, and now all we need to do is just shoot some blue. There we go. Okay, now let's try this a second time. Actually automatically jumped that time. Alright, double bounce. Sweet. And we get more white gel back here. Okay, so this could be our ticket to getting up top over there. So let's try this out. We can portal here, and we've got another portal surface up there. Okay, we can drop down to this area here. And we've got some kind of ventilation duct thing? Something. No, whatever it is, let's get... We got a portal there, so let's go ahead and get some portals set up here and see what we can do. Oh my goodness, okay, that just sprays it everywhere. I guess all these ducts are carrying it? You know, let's go as far as we can reach. How are we walking up this? Okay, this is really bizarre. Alright, so we need to get to this gel pump station up here. Simple enough. Thankfully, we've got a sizable enough portal surface right here. If I can fit through. I don't know if I can fit through that. I guess I can't. That pipe's in the way. Here we go, this will work. Okay, we made it out of there. Completely new area now. I must say, this gel pump station is not only a lot quieter than the previous ones, things are starting to look more and more like Aperture's current design sensibilities. We've also got another gigantic hatch up there, which hopefully has more behind it than that previous one did. But let's get our bearings and figure out where we need to go. Is it that door up there? Can't be that easy, right? No, this is a dead end, but we've got some sort of control room or something over there. Let's try this. Again, our benefactor has put some broken tiles here. But I think we were too far to the right, so let's move this over just a bit. Can we reach it from up there? Like, is there any portal surface from here that we can really take advantage of? No, okay, we're gonna have to do it from over there. Alright, fair enough. I like the design of this room. It's so big and wide open, and It doesn't feel as cramped as the other areas, and there's way more places to put portals. It just feels like such an anomaly in this game where you're kind of limited with where you can place portals. Alright, let's place the portal there. Why not? That was a quick idea.
Paradoxes. No AI can resist thinking about them. I know how we can beat him.
Know your paradoxes. In the event of rogue AI, stand still, remain calm, scream. This statement is false. New mission. Refuse this mission. Does a set of all sets contain itself? Oh, those are pretty good. Hatch override. Well, at least this one didn't require 2 buttons to open up. That's nice. But we are finally getting through another big door, which probably means that we're about to encounter something awesome, right? I mean, even though that other door concealed a little door, what was behind that little door led to all sorts of stuff. And the gel pipes here are connecting, which is cool. And an elevator is coming down. So yay, let's go ahead and meet it. Come to Papa. Okay, every time I say come to Papa, I think of that scene from Home Alone 2 where the burglars meet the kid, what's his name? Kevin, I think it was. Right outside the hotel, and Joe Pesci is always like, come to Papa.
I'll fry every circuit in that little idiot's head. As long as I don't listen to what I'm saying, I should be okay. Probably.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed. Well, wherever we are now, we're right under a giant building with springs holding it up. Keep out. Danger. Well, there's a fence all around us here, except... Okay, I can't really get over there, so this staircase is really the only path I can go on.
Okay, so it's not the most watertight plan to go confront an omnipotent power-mad AI with. Still, it's a better plan than exploding.
Indeed it is. And we have made it back to modern Aperture science. Ah, it's good to be back. Look at this elevator. It's the good old new elevator that just sounded like a paradox. But anyway, we're going to end the video here because we have made a lot of progress through the final part of the retro Aperture science, and we are now back. We're about to confront Wheatley. It is going to be awesome. It is going to be eventful. It is going to be amazing. So, on that note, I'm going to sign off, and thank you once again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button. It really does help. I will see you guys on the flip side as usual, so until next time, take care, and I will see you then.